Hi, it's MG from MG Makes. Welcome back to my channel. The amazing guys at Dremel have sent me the Dremel 4000 for me to review, because I'll try and explain what each piece does as we go through this video, and hopefully we've got enough time to make a bit of a quick project as well, so you can see some of the pieces in use. So I'm going to shut up now and I'm going to go to a montage of me opening this box. Nice. Okay, so it's a well presented box, really quite happy. Got lots of different attachments to get us started. Plenty to have us to play with. We'll address all these little bits later on. See what we've got. Oh, now that is a very nice touch. With the best will in the world, Dremel bits will just roll off your bench if you don't take any care with them, and they will hide and you'll never find them ever again. I dread to think how many I've lost, but this is a nice little storage tray to keep everything clean and tidy. Oh, fair play, Dremel. Nice one. Be using you. Even better, somewhere safe to keep this whilst it's not in use. Wall mountable. Okay, so we've got the instructions. Always read the instructions, guys. Don't be a bloke and not read them, because this is a powerful piece of equipment that, if you do not use safely, can cause serious harm. That's all seriousness. Hopefully that'll be the intent of my seriousness of this video. A shaft. Get your mind out the gutter, people. Get your mind out the gutter. Finished. Stop laughing now. Can I carry on? Okay, so we'll leave that in the box for the moment, because we've got enough to be going on with here. So the first thing you notice when you take this out of the box is how sturdy it feels and how weighty it is in your hand. It just feels good. They've took a lot of time to make it so it's comfortable to grip, because if you're going to be using it for long periods of time, or even if not, you want it to be comfortable. So a few details. What you can see here when you open it up is you've got a little gauge on the back. Hopefully you can see that. If you turn this to the right, it goes up in in increments of 5. So it starts out at 5,
it goes 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and finally 35.
Now that is revs per minute. So this is as fast as it goes, 35,000 revs per minute. We're going to be, we want to use a aluminium oxide piece, which comes in the kit. This is to be used in conjunction with the sharpening jig, this little doohickey here. So as you've seen, I've just removed the covering from the front. And then what we're going to do is press the little lock button here, which stops the shaft from rotating. You'll hear an audible click, which will allow you to release the collet enough to slip the bit in. And once you've got that, tighten up the collet, hand tight, and then just a fraction of a turn with the little spanner that comes with it, because you don't want it to lose grip. That's it, not too tight, you're not strangling it, but you don't want it to come off. And then we'll fit that on there. Okay, that now gives us, whilst, most important thing, whilst you're doing this, keep it unplugged. You don't want to accidentally press the button, zip, and you give yourself a bit of a gruesome manicure. Always leave it unplugged. As if by magic, I've got a pair of old scissors that could do with sharpening. Don't do this if you know your own tools. These are quite blunt. So what we'll do is we will put this under here, and making sure it reaches the outer edge, we'll just run that across the edge once it's plugged in. Now, I've checked the guidelines, and it tells me to put 5,000 RPM. So we'll set 5 RPM and we'll plug her in. There we go. Now and I can safely say that is quite an improvement. You'll have to take my word for that. But let's just do this end. I mean, this side is as blunt as a blunt thing in Blunt Town. In fact, actually, it's probably the mayor of Blunt Town. Oops. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this over the edge again. So that rolling off. Okay. You can definitely feel there's some traction there. Let me get some paper. 1 second. Hold on. What you need to do is use this, what looks like a little ball of wire wool. So using the easy speed click, these just pop straight into the hole, twist around until you feel it lock in. That then will seat quite nicely, same as before, where you hold the button down, making sure it's unplugged, slip the shaft into the hole and tighten it up, keeping hold of the button till you hear it click, using the little spanner to tighten it up. Okay, let's plug you in. Now, adhering to the speed guidelines, this should be 20,000 RPM, so the speed down, there we go, to 20,000 RPM. Now these are not in bad nick, as you can see. They've got a bit of wear and tear, but let's turn her on and give her a bit of a polish. Okay, so you get the point. That looks considerably better than what it was. Nice and sharp, ready to give to Grandad. Happy days. I'm not going to go over all the bits in here because I think this video is going to be a little bit long as it is. However, what I will point out is just a couple of interesting things from my perspective. These little boys here, which are silicon carbide, the green silicon carbide, is absolutely ideal for carving stone and pebbles. If you follow me on Instagram, excellent, you will have noticed that I made a front door number for our house, which I used these. These remove stone at a great rate of knots and are very effective. If you don't follow me on Instagram, why don't you follow me on Instagram? Why don't you follow? I'll leave a link below. Very useful. Again, these are recommended to be spinning at 25,000 RPM. Good to keep in your arsenal. Cut-off discs, heavy duty cut-off discs. If you're cutting through bits of metal, tile, things like that, these are fantastic bits of kit. They are very disposable and will break very easily if you apply a lot of pressure. So the cut-off discs are recommended at 35,000 RPM. So please always wear eye protection, some sort of PPE that's going to stop you getting smashed in the face when these break. So be mindful of them. They're great. That's a thicker version of these, so always useful. Polishing discs. If you are into jewellery making, or even if you just want to renovate a bit of metalware in your own home, remove a bit of tarnish, these are fantastic bits of kit used in conjunction with rouge. And I'm not talking of the makeup that your nan used to use years ago. This is a metal polishing abrasive that you apply onto this whilst it's spinning. Dab a little bit on, apply this spinning to your piece of metal. That'll bring it up like an absolute treat, so you can get to see your face in it. These are good bits of kit. Put you there. What else have we got? Sanding drum. Does exactly what it says on the tin. You remove the sander by using the screwdriver attachment on the bottom of the spanner. You unscrew this here, which then releases the tension on the sanding disc, and you can then take that off and replace it with a finer grit. Great for getting in all the details, great for removing lots of materials very quickly. Also on the, where are we? Where's my little attachment? Where's my little friend? Here we go. Here we are. Right, so bit of detail sanding work. Screen, Martin, how do you attach this little sanding detailing bit to the Dremel? Because it's just got a hole in it. Well, we use this little piece of kit. Similar as before, we just pop open the screw. Like that. Excuse me, wandering off screen. It's looking like I'm doing magic. Pop that through the center there. And once you've got that, put that on. Tighten this up. Now, I've found a little tip for this. This is quite fiddly because it's not, doesn't feel right. So what I tend to use, or what I use mainly, is a little precision screwdriver. That makes it a lot easier. So there you go. You've now got a little detailed sand disc just to get into the crevices, but obviously you don't want to put it straight flat on because you've got the screw. So it's just useful for around the edge. So be mindful again with that. Great bit of kit. You've got a brush for cleaning. Again, just to remove any sawdust into hard places or flaked metal, anything like that. Fantastic bit. And that's basically gone through all the little bits. Apart from, we've got this. I don't know about you, but this looks quite impressive. Let's open it up. What have we got here? Ah, right, okay, I see. These are mini angle grinders, which angle grinding discs, cut-off discs. Again, with the easy speed click system. Well, I'd like to say I wish this was easy speed click, but as you can see, I'm not making a pig's ear out of it. So what you do is you just take this piece and you see that it just pops out. Slip that in there, twist it around until it clicks in. Now that is secure. That is going nowhere. Nice and steady. Again, I would wear PPE. Yeah. Really pleased with this so far. Okay, so it sounds like I've waffled on enough. I'll see if I can edit this video down to something a bit more useful and see if I can make a project. Believe it or not, that's supposed to be waves. But still, it's my first bit of engraving. I'm quite pleased with that. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. To be fair, oh dear, I think I need a bit more practice. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe with your friends. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe.